Good night, Diana. This is this again is Andy Medas King with my first section of the KMPS Sports News, the most controversial sports news in the world. So to Diana and around the world, just join me for this session. Now, I'm talking about sports. We like to talk about the KPF Foundation, about athletes, nurturing athletes to become the next Olympian. Like in Jamaica, you know, we call it the athletic factory. But that is nothing compared to Jamaica. So the KMPF Foundation is on a mission to find athletes that can make it to the Olympic or the World Championship finals. This is what this whole thing is about. It's not about a medal. It's just about seeking athletes and grooming and nurturing them so they can reach the Olympic and World Championship finals. This is what it's all about. So we set off and started off with a few athletes. Siobhan Prince, Omari Walcott, you know. So that's where we started. I can't tell none of these athletes that they can't make it, right? I can't. But let's start with Siobhan Prince. Look at him. Look at his running form. Look how he run, right? You know what I mean? He didn't train for 2 months, and look how he run this race. So Siobhan is a big factor. And if Siobhan continue training, uh, we know that he can be a force to reckon with. And we have Olympic prospect in Guyana. This is what the KPA Foundation is trying to do. And we can't do this alone. I can't do this alone. So we need help, right? You know, we need help from you. So then we have Omari Walcott, right? Look at him how he run the 1,000 meter. Look how he run compose, right? Look how he's relaxed. Look at his running form. You just need to get his core together and sort of things together, and then he can be another prospect for Guyana. You know what I mean? Any good coach get an athlete like this that is so young, will take him and turn him into somebody very good. So basically, what we're doing right now, we're looking to groom and get athletes to be the future for Guyana, right? So this whole thing, what I'm doing is trying to find the next Olympian, the athlete, what I mean, where they can meet the Olympics, right? Maybe 2024, who knows? But I cannot remember. Maybe there is, but I don't know if any athlete from Ghana ever make it to the finals in at Olympics or World Championship, right? Maybe the semifinals. But what I can say definitely is that uh, these athletes, right, have a future and they can make it, right? That's one thing I can say for sure with these athletes, right? They definitely can make it, and we're looking forward to working closely with these athletes to make sure that they make it to the next level. Now, when I started out this whole journey 20 years ago, I never forget it, the 1st of November 2019, I left for St. Vincent and I left with a mission to raise some money and come back to Guyana and help some athletes and so on. Because, I mean, Odin Gobasco, I used to train athletes, but I wasn't really no certified coach. I was an athlete also in Guyana, right? Where I had but one them guys the record for guys skipping the 400 meters, right? So I used to run, national service, right? So there's a lot of things. I can't tell all of y'all no, right? I can't tell all of y'all everything now. So y'all gotta join me and join me another time so that we can continue this conversation. But right now, it's about the athletes. So when I started this here, as I said, over 20 years ago, you know what I mean? A lot of people said that I would not have made it. But here I am 20 years later, And I'm doing the same thing that I set out to do over 20 years ago. Now, right? So all of this that I'm doing, it took me over 20 years to come into play. So this is a realistic thing, me. It is a reality. But here I am doing what I love doing. And I remember when I started the first KPA, right? When I started the first one in the national park, my daughter, who's 14 years old now, right? She ran in that race. This is her running at this event, right? The first one that kept at the national park. So I remember gas skin, what I mean? From then I brought in, I think it's about 100 running boots, and I give it away. Everybody remember them. Remember that. Remember I give out about 100 running shoes at that meet. Trophies and all them things I give you at that meet, right? People, everybody don't remember. You know what I mean? I think that was in 2012 or something like that. That's when the campaign started. His first race was in the national park, and a lot of people said I wouldn't make it. A lot of people said that I would never come back again and do it again. But after that, we can talk about to paradise. We could catch it 213, 214. Look, you can look at what I did, right? Everything that I've done, I've been registered. But this is not the sports that you guys are accustomed with, right? This is real thing. This is real talk, right? This is real talk with Andy Medas King, right? Better known as King Medas. This is real sports talk. This is not what you guys are accustomed listening to, watching the sports news and so on, right? So our website is kmpsport.org. You can see a lot of content that that we have put up on the website. Now, this is the only organization in the history of Guyana that have all its content, all its content is loaded on this website. Everything that have happened with this foundation is loaded on this website. There is no other organization in Guyana history that nobody can go and find all of these information. So every video, every picture that have taken place is up on this website. So I want you to tell me in Guyana, whichever sports organization in Guyana is so arranged like the KPF Foundation that have so much information, so much things at their leisure. You name me one where you can go and find everything at a click of a finger, right? Yet still I've been criticized and been ridiculed as, as a lot of stuff. Now, what I'm trying to tell you now is that I've been criticized. Every sports organizing is a ring like one of this way. But that is something for another conversation. But I mean, this is real sports stuff. This is real sports. Yeah, right. Nobody, y'all talk about international sport, but I'm focusing on the local guy and these athletes. This is real sports stuff with Andy Medas King, better known as King Medas, and this is on KMPA Sports News. So once you tune into me, you can watch me every day, right? Me. Even if one person tune in to watch me, I'm still satisfied with that. But this is something that will be going on through. But again, as I said, this is real sports stuff about looking for the next Olympian to represent Guyana. So this is another sports news with a 10-minute clip of showing this and showing that this is real talk. And want people tune in and listen to real things, made facts. And what we're focusing on right now is trying to get some athletes to reach the Olympic finals, right? That's what we're focusing on. But there's been a lot of naysayers and a lot of people that had a lot of things to say. But I would have learned from Steve Harvey. I would have learned from Warren Buffett. I would have learned from Tyler Perry, right? They are visionless because, as my sister in Trinidad said, that it's your dream. Nobody can see your dream, my brother. Your dream is your dream, and nobody can see your dream. That's what my sister told me. So, according to Steve Harvey and these guys, these people are visionless because they have no vision. Now, 20 years later, here I am, radio station, television station, you know what I mean? And I use one thing, the haters are my motivators. I love the haters because if it wasn't for the haters, I could have never been where I am. So I'm saying to all the haters there, you know what I mean? Once you increase the numbers, I'll boss more athletes. So the more haters I get, the more athletes them I will boss. So if you get 100 haters, I'm supposed to get 100 athletes, right? So your hatred bring a total different thing in my energy, you know what I mean, in my body. So by you hating on me, right? You know what I mean? It puts a different energy in my body. Like last year, March, when the athletes came to the US on the 12th of March, and they say they reached about 6 o'clock, and about 12 o'clock, the governor announced the state of emergency in New York. Now, if it wasn't for those criticism, I could have never. I know you know me. I really, 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 I really, really appreciate every single thing that happened then with the athletes. You know me, that you guys criticize me, that show me my faults, that tell me where I'm lacking, yeah, tell me all my mistakes. So I was able to work on those things and become a better person. I use the opportunity while athletes are here to actually train them, to actually teach them a lot of stuff that they didn't know. So in a blessing in disguise, yeah, criticism, I build on that. So criticism is a good thing. People say constructive criticism, but I mean criticism is criticism for me. So, all the naysayers out there, me, here I am today, right? Here I am, my own TV show, my own radio show. I tune into my radio show Monday to Friday, 10 p.m. Guyana time, 10 a.m. I mean Guyana time, and it's being rebroadcast and so on. And this is what I'm doing right now. You understand what I'm saying to you? So look at the website, all the contents you can find. Tell me which other organization in Guyana, the history of Guyana, can give you so much information like the KPF Foundation. And we just focus on giving out information, right? We just focus on that, right? So now I work a 9 to 5 like anybody else, right? Ask anyone of them at least that was here. I work a 9 to 5. So I ain't got no big money for nobody get no money from me, right? I'm just a poor man like everybody else, right? Something nearly come out my mouth that I wanted to say, but I'm gonna keep that. You gotta watch me. You gotta watch me because then I'm gonna let you know that. But then I'm not a rich person. I do a nine to five. So whoever think I'm rich, I'm a poor person like everybody else. I do a 9 to 5 and I go home, come. All I'm doing, right, is that I have a lot of colleagues that give me donation. But what I do with the donation, I make sure that the donation works. So I don't keep nothing for myself, right? And this is because of that. I don't take nothing for myself because when I go to my coworkers and I ask them for anything, they give me. So what happened now? This is what really happened now. Let me explain to you guys. Every year I spend about $200,000 for the past 6 8 years more. So there's only 6,000. There's $12,000 coming. Sometimes I collecting money between my co-workers and everybody. Come up to like about a $6,000. So what I do, I match that $6,000 with my tax return, and then I match it with me, my wife, my 2 kids from the bank account. So we're looking at like about $1,700 per person for which is $6,500. So what we do now, that money now we put between ourselves, tax return, and then what my co-workers then give to me. But if you're looking for money from me, sorry, wrong person. I'm broke as that, just like anybody else. But what I do, whatever I get, and I put a lot of emphasis on track and field in Guyana. So I use my taxes, as I said, money from in my bank account. That's what I use to actually, you know, raise funds for these children because, going to people is kind of like problematic. You know what I mean? So here I am, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Working with it. So it's 3 ways I put up this money so that we can reach this goal, that we can donate and so on. Right? So this is basically what goes on. And this is why you get that money. So people out there, I don't have no big money, right? Um, I just work and I do, me, what I gotta do in order to raise funds. As I tell you, people give me donation. That's how I get money. The big factor of it is donations from people. So I'm no rich guy out there. So let me give it clear, right? I don't have no money. So just forget about it. I don't have no money. I know big rich person, but I don't take money from people. But I do, if you want to make donation in Guyana for the kids, I let them be present. So hand over, like in my track meets, you're gonna see at my games, the people them that giving out the donation are there to hand out the donation. Now, if they are not there, if they don't turn up, I have money in my pocket that I would actually cover that donation. But that's what I do, right? So we're honest, we're transparency. There ain't no organization in Ghana that is so arranged like what we do here. Like almost everybody that I collect money from for the past 7, 8 years plus, right? I can show you files about these people that collect money because I keep all my notes, right? So, this is what the KPF Foundation does: give out tablets, give out computers, you know what I mean, right? Trophies, encouraging these athletes to come out and participate because they know they're gonna get something, right? So, you know, all these things is on the website. You can go on the website and you can see all of these trophies, or everything what I did. Everything that I did is recorded, and you go on KMPA sport.org and click on 24 hours streaming, and you will see all the things that is there. So in 2021, we can safely say that that look, Trevon, Omari, Kiwana, Giovanna, right? Gabriel, right? Anthony coming up. These are, we can safely say that we got these athletes shortlisted, right? And this is real sports stock. So, what I mean, this real sports stock is something that never really happened in Guyana, as I said from before, right? What I mean, that this is real sports stock with Andy Medas King, right? Controversial as hell. But, I gotta say thanks to Guyana Community of Services for supporting me. I really gotta say, what I mean?
On behalf of the Guyana Community of Services, we ask all Guyanese to show love for country. Some very simple words. I love Guyana. I support sports and culture in Guyana. Buy 40 stickers for $500. Or you can buy one. You can buy it in bulk. You can buy it and share it to someone. You can buy it and help us to sell it. It's all about showing love for your country and support this project of buying running shoes for all athletes in Guyana. Thank you for supporting. Display proudly to show your love and support for this project and for Guyanese. Let's get together. You gotta help your mother, help your father, help your brother, help your sister, help your neighbors, and your friends. One people, one nation, one destiny.
But we have more stuff coming out soon. Let people know that it is not only me alone, but there's some more things that will be coming because this is a sports station, 100% sports. And I know that this year is going to get big. It's going to get real big, right? So I want you to know that I'm making no money from this year because the way the stage up and running, it come with a cost, right? It come with a cost. You understand what I'm saying to you? You know, so what is happening now is that because applying Guyana for radio frequency, but because of what I mean, whatever happened, I didn't get it, so I decided to go internet. So I know this is going to turn big within a couple of years. I know definitely this is going to become big within a couple of years, and I'm looking forward for that, right? So what I mean, in Guyana now, this is live streaming, but in Guyana now, you need about up over 15 megabits for stream. But in Guyana, you only have 10 megabits, so we're way below. So we can't live stream, so we can gotta do video on demand. So I'm just letting you. So this is real sports with Andy Medas scale. Um, and this is how this sports is going. This is another way of doing sports. I'm trying to bring out things that never happened before. Now let me tell you something. How many people have matched KPF Foundation? There's so much things that we have done for the force. So much things. How many organizations have ever matched the KPF Foundation? Right? You check out yourself. Ask. Right? So we, the KPF Foundation, are recruiting artists to go to college. And why? Because we believe in education. Right? So once they're here, they know, you understand what I'm saying? They have an opportunity now. I talk about things that don't be spoken about, like Lorianne Adams, my secretary. She at one time had, or maybe still have, one of the fastest split in 800-meter lead, right? But nobody never talk about her. Nobody never mentioned about that. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. That's why I'm keeping these games, and I'm hosting all of these things and saying what I'm saying, because what a small woman do, right? Nobody here, right? Nobody here basically what certain people do in the background, like Robin Phillips, right? Like Robin Phillips. Like, we talking about Miss Joseph from Boxer, we talking about, you know, um Court Moses from Blade Nod. The things that these people do for track and field to help to do stuff, right? Um, you know, the thing about it is that you guys heard some bad thing about me that y'all didn't pay no interest into what the good that I'm doing, right? But if y'all pay a lot of emphasis in what I'm doing, you know what I mean, that y'all would have learned. But some parents out there, what I mean, I'm not mad with you guys because it's what y'all heard from people about me. But I reached out to Orange Branch, and I decided to reach out to people. So, whatever they try to do with Andy Medas King, the most controversial man around sports, I'm happy with that because they're just making me a better person. My churning is going to be better. My life is going to be better because of the things that we're going to get satisfaction on, right? Is a lot of stuff because the list and long things that you guys have heard about me, the amount of bad things that you guys heard about me, you know what I mean? But that's good. That's good. That's good. I want y'all make y'all a list of the bad things that y'all have about me. But when y'all go to some of these meetings, right, and y'all take out your pen and paper, y'all click, y'all gonna see that they got a lot of people, right? A lot of people that would have talked bad about me and say a lot of stuff about me, right? You know what I mean? So I know one day this day would have come. So you want to know why am I be like this? Here? This is real sports talk with Andy Medas King. This is what is gonna be, right? This is what is gonna be. So all of these people that would have talked and criticized me, I got something for them. Everything that I have done have been replayed. Everything have been replayed and recorded. So guess what? Why you so stopped up? Relax yourself. This is Andy Medas King. Doing things, doing things for the community, doing things for children, right? But guess what? You guys got sort of people in sort of position. So, don't get uptight about when somebody's staying a little too long because Andy Medas King is here to actually give y'all a different side of sports. Sports talk. Let's have a conversation face to face. You know what I mean? We gotta develop Guyana, develop the ground. You understand? So let's start with that. President's College, let's start with those things. Right? So here I am now, knowing this day would have come. So this is one of the reasons why I don't collect money from people. And the reason for that is because of corruption. If I got a sand pit, a long jump pit for do, I dig the pit. Somebody donate the sand so that the sand can come into play, and the sand can you can use the sand inside. If you're doing anything, donation, bring the materials, don't bring the money because guess what? Money causes problem. So I don't want no money problem. So you desist from bringing money is better for the organization because we won't be staying with we will not be staying with corruption, so to speak. But I just want you to understand that once you hold it down, you have to make it. But this is Andy again, Andy Medas, real sports star, controversial as hell. And you want to know the truth, you gotta listen to my programs. You know me every week. I'm taking it to a different level you guys have never seen before. And we're gonna show you how to do this thing. Athletes gonna feel confident no matter where they are. Because we got athletes, but they're just not confident with themselves. So big up again to John B. Jones and all of the people at Gallagher Media Source that is putting in their lot. You know me, Shaquille, you know, you play a vital role in getting where I'm supposed to be today. So I want to tell you a lot of things, but I can't tell you why right now. You gotta tune in to to this program on a regular basis, and then you're gonna hear more. So as for now, y'all know the song "I'm Legend" by Chronix. Oh, I love that song. Got a lot of things in there that means a lot to me. So you hear it, Chronix, "I'm Legend." Yeah, listen to it because in that song, if one person listen to this radio show, I made a change. One person, just one. I don't need inside it to be full. I can it's COVID-19. But if one person listen to this radio station, apart from me, I know I've made an impact in this country. For that person actually take time out to watch and to look at me, I feel very appreciated. Right? And with that note, I will say, thank you very much for listening to Andy Never King, uh, real sports star. Again, this is something I've never been done before. This is reality real estate. We're trying to the reason for this whole thing is to try to groom athletes to become Olympian. At least let me start making finals at the Olympic Games. This is what this whole thing is about. Again, uh, work together with the athletes, nurture them. And there is so much things that I want to say, but I can't hear all of them. You gotta tune into the news to hear what else I gotta say. Tune in. A lot of good sports stuff. There's the most controversial sports stuff in the world. So once you tune in, you're gonna have a conversation. You're not worry yourself. You're gonna have a conversation. All right. So with this, I want to say thank you for watching. Of course, um, sports stuff with Andy Medas. And this is real sports stuff. A different vibe from a different angle, different perspective. So with that, now I want to say peace out. Later.